Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today we're taking a look at who is grateful for you and why. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and drop a comment. If you do it now, it's easier to do it before you forget, and it helps give me a nice little hug and energy exchange and helps me keep making these videos for you. So with that said, we've got group number 1 on the left with the Great Severing, group number 2 in the center with Inner Earth, and group number 3 on the right with Activated Earth. As always, the timestamps to your readings are listed below in the description box. If you'd like to meditate with me, that's going to be the first link in the description box. I've got a virtual guided meditation retreat that is yours forever, and it will help you evolve spiritually. Okay, so no matter where you're at, it will level you up spiritually and in consciousness. It goes from beginner to advanced in difficulty and in length for the meditations. So it's great. You also have access to it forever, so you can skip around as you see fit for your spiritual journey. With that being said, I do have personals open right now, and they're also discounted for the holiday seasons. So now is a great time to take advantage of them. You can only book with me on my spiritual shop on Etsy. You'll be able to tell that it's me because it's got all of my published books, journals, tarot and oracle decks, crystals, candles, all stuff that I hand make on there. So with that being said, take advantage of the discount on the personals if you're interested in that. Don't forget to follow along on TikTok and Instagram if that's something that you are interested in, and I'll see you over at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking at who's grateful for you, and you selected the first group with the Great Severing card. Group number 1, this is someone who sees with your help beyond black and white. This is someone who, they're very grateful for you. You might actually have heard them reference this quite a lot. I'm hearing that song Black or White by Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. This could also be someone who has self-proclaimed black and white thinking. They're like, it's either this or it's that. This is not someone who navigates a world of nuance, right? This might be somebody who is very, perhaps, let's say, emotionally explosive. Now, it doesn't need to be in a negative sense, but with the Great Severing, this is someone who perhaps was not used to receiving love and maybe self-sabotaged a lot. This person is somebody that you most likely are not in contact with. I'm hearing not for lack of trying, maybe on their end. This is somebody who there was conflict there, or at the very least, you were not happy when you were connected with this person because they could not show up for you in the ways that you deserved. And you were giving too much. I'm also hearing the word coercion, so I'm just going to sprinkle that in there because I'm picking up on it, but we're not going to dive into that deeply because that can be triggering for some and not relevant for all. Okay. So this is who is grateful for you. This is someone who your separation actually has helped them to have better hindsight. This is someone who's really grateful for you because you helped them understand that there are good people in the world. You help them understand that they deserve to be loved even through their imperfections. But also you help them understand that that's just the way that I am mentality isn't something that makes it easy for people to love them, right? Because we want to be healthy. We want to be open to growth. We want to be able to unlearn in the same way that we're able to learn. I'm getting the vibe of this might be someone who say that they're not interested in like politics or social issues or equality or things that are not directly impacting them. This could be someone who's like, like they brush off some kind of larger issues. And it doesn't need to be that this is politically charged, but it's just kind of giving. This might be someone that has anger problems, but it's not directed appropriately. It might be directed towards really petty things. It might be directed towards self-sabotage. It might be directed towards like themselves, so it projects onto others instead of taking accountability. And it's not funneled towards things like, does everybody have food? Does everybody have water? Does everybody have housing? Is everybody safe, right? It just seems like this person's priorities are significantly out of whack, and you knew this, and you kind of helped them to see and understand this. They didn't not know it, but it feels as though they're used to kind of just getting validated, or like, I'm getting that phrase, what is it, like, just skimming by or skipping by, whatever it is. They were kind of used to just getting by with being the way that they are. Nobody was holding them accountable. People were probably like telling them that they're amazing and beautiful and amazing and perfect without any accountability, any responsibility. This is someone who's used to being babied. They're used to being idolized, but they never needed to earn it. Okay. So they kind of have a very, well, I want it, so I get it perspective. Not in a manifestation way, not in a healthy affirmation kind of way, but in a way that's probably a little bit like entitled. This is someone whose Mars energy is probably very, probably very like detrimental in their chart, or if you look at the synastry chart, there's probably some negative Mars aspects there. This definitely seems like somebody who, there was conflict there that was probably entirely their fault, but you probably took all of the accountability here. I'm hearing it takes two to tango, but not in this situation. This is the kind of thing where they were getting away with stuff and you were either letting them or you weren't, right? Something where you probably needed to be a little bit more black and white with this person, and they needed to learn how to be a little less black and white, right? A little bit less, well, I'm doing this and you're going to like it, or you're going to deal with it. Doesn't matter if you like it, but you're going to deal with it, and this is how it's going to be, and so just deal with it. And you might be a little bit like, instead of being loving and kind and understanding, which you naturally are and already were towards this person, there's this vibe of, yeah, so you're not going to treat me like that? I don't know who the f you think you are, but that's not going to happen. So there's this energy like this that's kind of, it's charged. For you, it's like giving boundaries. For them, it's giving like, it's not even fully anger. It's kind of like whining. Like if a little kid is super, 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 super spoiled, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. Okay. Oh yeah, with the devil coming through. This person is really, they're very grateful for you. This person has some really maladaptive coping mechanisms. This person is really defensive because they know how they navigate in the world. And so they assume that everyone else is like that. It's like they're not a good person, or they aren't in integrity, so they assume that everyone else is like that too. This is somebody who is very much like, they're disempowered, but they're probably a control freak. Kind of a vibe like this. Like they have to control everything, but they don't actually have critical thinking skills. So if they're in charge, it's probably the worst case scenario, but they have to always be in control. It's something like this. Bad decisions central. So that lets you know who this is. They're grateful for you because every time they showed an ounce of toxicity, well, let's just say this, you held them accountable. They're grateful for you because, well, although it might not have been easy or comfortable, you showed them that, well, there are people in this world that are fair, that are kind, that are just. And also, if they showed an ounce of toxicity around you, you said absolutely not. And you walked away. You held them accountable. You weren't sitting there babying them. You weren't sitting there parenting them. You weren't sitting there telling them, oh my gosh, you did such a good job. You flushed the toilet, right? It's not giving that. It's this vibe of like, hello, like I'm an adult, you're an adult, so you're gonna act like an adult, but like I'm not your parent. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and that's fine, but I'm gonna be here under the circumstance. It's giving boundaries, really good boundaries. This is someone who either hasn't seen boundaries before, or they kind of saw boundaries as like a formality, like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, okay, like that's cool. I'm gonna do it anyway, and like you're gonna deal with it and never talk about it again. But like, thanks for telling me, I guess. Like, it's just kind of, this person might be a bit of a steamroller. Or they possibly could be a bit of someone who is maybe, they might be racist, they might be sexist, they might be like, I'm not getting that this is like the worst person in the whole world, but there's definitely a little bit of like internalized, like, yeah, I get that you said no, but like, I get to do what I want. Or a little bit of like, yeah, I get that you've been oppressed for like, as far as your ancestry can basically remember, but like, still do this for me. Like, it's something that's kind of, you know, they just are like, haha, well, it doesn't affect me. So it's this energy that's really not, I don't like it, you know? They're grateful for you because you showed them, okay, well, you want to be in charge? Okay, then learn how to take accountability. You want to be you want to control? Okay, learn how to be a leader. Oh, okay. Well, you want to control other people? Control what you put in your mouth first. Practice self-control. It's like you want to, like, it's kind of giving this vibe. I'm getting that you didn't, like, stick around to play with this person very long. But there's also this really, really deep love and appreciation that this person holds for you. And I'm also kind of getting that it, like, if their heart is a giant iceberg, the warmth of their love for you melted the iceberg. And at the same time, you're not around sitting there waiting for an entire iceberg and like an entire glacier to melt just so that you can get breadcrumbs. So this is something where you kind of like lit a match on their iceberg and then were like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this, and walked away. And so now they're dealing with the puddles. But they're really grateful for it because you were an activation for them. You helped them change their mind and understand that they did not know anything at all. Really smart people understand that they know very, very little. And people that know very, very little think that they know everything. people who make the best leaders often aren't the most comfortable in that position. And people who are the worst leaders are usually like, hey, look at me. Everybody follow me. Look, aren't I the best? Right? So it's kind of, it brought clarity to this person's world. I'm also getting that you, with the Judgment card, you showed them, hey, good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. People may not be inherently good or bad, but if you're being a whiny brat, people aren't going to like you. If you're bullying people, people aren't going to like you. If you're kind to people, people are going to like you. If you're kind to people to get what you want, surprise, you're still being a jerk. It's very much ABC 1, 2, 3. For some of you, this might be like a child that you adopted or fostered that was a very, very, very troubled child for like a long time, and you kind of like showed them love. You know, it's kind of giving like narcissists are the most insecure people on the planet, which is also why they're so conflated. So if you kind of sit with their insecurities in a way that makes them be like, whoa, like, and it shows them a different reality, but it glitches them out, and then they get all defensive, and then they act out all weird, and like, it's weird like this. You're like the first person that showed them genuine love, but also you weren't going to sit around to deal with the aftermath of their crap, basically. What we see here is that this person realizes that to be grateful is a blessing in this life. There's more than enough to be grateful for in this life, whether it's the little things like being alive, breathing, having food, having water. This person is grateful for you because they realize that they're kind of making a mountain out of a molehill with literally everything in their life. You help them realize that people out there actually have it worse. And I know that that is not a helpful thing to tell people who are going through a hard time. But this is someone who's genuinely not going through a hard time, and they're just whining because they want mommy to fix it for them, kind of vibe. And you kind of came in and were like, first of all, no. Second of all, I know you did not just turn off the news. It's kind of giving that. Third of all, I know you did not just watch your friend treat a woman like that. I know I did not just see that. You better get it together. Like, but not in a way where you're sitting there, you're parenting them. Not in a way where you're wanting to change them or wanting to fix that. You're not playing Bob the Builder. Because you rejected every single narrative, every single way that you could interact with this toxicity, whether it's from, I can fix them, I can change them, or no, they just need some space. Maybe if I just understand a little more, maybe if I just give them the tools, maybe I'll help them. Let's hold hands and do it. Like, or maybe I'll just like let them control me and I'll just be good, right? You rejected all of those toxic narratives and you said, yeah, right, buddy. You walked away. And this person is grateful for you. Their jaw's on the floor. Their jaw is actively on the floor. Now, this person knows and sees how amazing you are. They see that you are a free spirit. They see that you're highly educated. They see that you've got your life together. They see that you have depths to you. They see that you are abundant in the soul. They see that you are nurturing, that you have a really happy, healthy balance between masculine and feminine energy. They see that you don't play games, and even if you did, you would absolutely smash. You would win, but you don't do that because that's child's play. They see that you're very intuitive, that you're very spiritual. They see that you have this faith of the universe, this trust in the divine that's bigger than you. They see that you offer this love that is second to none. And out of all of these beautiful, wonderful, magical, amazing, perfect traits, that's not the reason why they're grateful for you. And it sounds kind of typical of this person, I'm thinking. Because this is the kind of person who will only see and love what they have and when it's gone. But it's not because you were so nice to them, because you were so loving to them, it's not because you're so psychic, it's not because you're so educated, it's not because you're so kind, it's not because you're such a good person, it's not because you've got your shit together. It's because you said, It's because you said no to this person that they're grateful for you, because you're probably the first person ever to say no to this person. You're probably the first person ever when they say, yeah, but I had a really rough childhood. All right, get in line, buddy. Act right. You're an adult. You're pushing 35. Really? Right? I'm not ready for a... Really? Because you're 46. I just don't know what I want right now. Okay. So we're not doing that. Like, you were the first person to show them that it matters how you act. It matters. Actions have consequences. And it's not because you were a jerk to them. It's not because you're angry. It's not because of the reactive abuse that I'm sure was quasi at least present in the situation. Rather, they're grateful for you because you show them. It's almost a relief. Oh my God, people actually can be held accountable if they're walking around being the absolute shittiest version of themselves that they could possibly muster, right? It's like, oh my God, there are consequences for people being awful. It's almost a relief to them. It's like they kind of, I'm not making excuses for them, certainly, and I'm certainly not being like, I'm not excusing it, I'm explaining it, right? Because we don't do that, and you don't do that, which is also why you're here, and also why this is your reading, and also why this person is grateful for you. You cut them off. You said absolutely not. You held them accountable, and they said no, and you said, okay, bye. But it is a relief to them because it showed them here, like, you can't just do whatever you want and get away with it. A lot of people might believe otherwise. A lot of people might act otherwise. This is someone who's got a very twisted and inaccurate perception of the world. Like, oh, like, it's giving, but I'm a nice guy. Girls don't like me because I'm nice. It's like, if you're saying that, you're the problem. It's also kind of giving, like, oh, bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people and you can't survive in this world. Like, it's just, the narrative is like, bleh. It's not true and it's distorted. And so this person was like, well, if it doesn't matter if I'm nice or not, why don't I just, like, I'll just let it all out. And this person really leaned into the toxicity there. This person might have had addiction problems. This person was probably very guarded. This person was probably very inconsistent. This person was probably very controlling. This person probably, again, was maybe possessive or controlling. They were always playing games. They thought that they were the absolute best thing since sliced bread because everyone taught them so. They're probably, I'm not going to get into specifics here, but they were probably a part of a group of people who's extraordinarily privileged on this planet, and probably almost always has been and absolutely is today. And for some reason that makes them the victim. Like, it's something like just messed up here. Lack of awareness is coming through. It's not full lack of awareness. It's almost like awareness that they get a permission slip and leaning into it and then being the victim because just no one understands them. This person's grateful for you because you said absolutely not. You flipped this on their head. You said, it doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why, or how you are, but you're gonna act. You're gonna act right. And it's not from a place of control. It's from a place of love. And it's not from a place of, let me show you, let's hold hands, or I get it, you had a rough childhood. It's not from a place, like, all of the, like, but you have boundaries, and you have self-respect, and you have dignity. And this person had none of those things, and therefore they had none of those things towards you. And so they're grateful for you because you helped to melt the iceberg that is their heart. You helped them soften into love as a concept, love as a vibe, and kind of also help them realize that they have so much pent-up anger about probably the fact that there's nothing to be angry about. Okay. This person's really grateful for you. This person I'm getting is probably very reckless, with the Mars energy and the devil, probably very reckless, like sexually. They might abuse substances, or they might be an alcoholic. They might use people. They might have anger issues. This is definitely the kind of person who they throw a temper tantrum and then they expect the entire world to, like, appease them. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that I was breathing too loud. Like, no, grow up. Like, this is someone who's extremely unhealthy in every single way. And then when their actions have consequences, they just whine about it and someone else fixes it for them. This is someone who's never been held accountable a day in their life until they ran into you. And they're also like, they have the self-awareness to understand that they're doing this. But if there's never any consequences to acting like that, why would they change? I'm also getting that this person probably had a little bit of again, insecurity problems, or maybe some stressy, depressy, anxious kind of energies. Maybe it's giving more paranoid than anything, because this person thought that everybody acted the way that they did, but it was just them demanding the world kind of concede to them. And you brought that awareness to them. The second part, not the first part. They knew the first part. They were doing it on purpose. The second part, you brought that awareness to them and said, yeah, I think the F, like, you got me effed up right now. That's absolutely not about to happen. Also, I don't know what the F your problem is, but I'm not hanging out to find out. You deal with that stuff on your own. In fact, you should probably pay someone to help you through it. Like, I don't usually use this kind of tone in my readings. I'm not usually so Capricornian in my readings. But this is why this person is grateful for you. And you're probably like, great gratitudes in their vocabulary. What the, right? It's because you helped them without helping them. You required them to cut the crap. You required them to act right. No one, it's like, you ever see in a movie where someone like tells off the spoiled brat or something like this, and they're like, no one's ever cared enough to yell at me like that. And it's weird. And that character who's kind of a brat, it's like, oh, like, that's sweet. Look, someone finally saw them. And then the other character is like, ew, like, you thought, bye. It's giving that dynamic a little bit. Except this person's not like probably an adorable idea of a person in a movie. They're kind of a train wreck on purpose. This person is like a bull in a china shop is the energy that I'm getting here. They love to play games. And they're kind of realizing too that it's like their anger was misdirected. Their conflict was misdirected. Their black and white thinking was like blue and yellow thinking, and calling it black and white thinking. And it's like they didn't even understand, like, just so not in the right place. And so they're grateful for you because you loved yourself and respect yourself and have enough of a foundation that you're like, yeah, you're not coming into my life and destroying it because you want to throw a temper tantrum because your tea was the wrong temperature. Yeah, no. That's ridiculous. I don't know why you would ever think that that's okay to treat anyone like that. There's definitely, this person respects you. This person doesn't respect anybody, but they respect you. That's why they're grateful for you. I hate to say this. Literally, I dislike it so very much, but it's like, you're the first person that got the dog to sit, is the vibe that it's giving. And I don't like that. I don't like that energy at all. I don't like that dynamic at all. You probably absolutely disliked every single second of being around this person, and you might have tried to gaslight yourself out of it a little bit, depending on who's listening to this, but, or they probably gaslit you out of it, if possible there. But it's just this, now Mars is not bad, right? Capricorn is not bad. We've got the devil, that's Capricorn. I love Capricorn, right? One of my favorite signs. Mars, it's not bad. Mars is great. I love Mars. Mars is responsible for a lot of the good things in this world, right? However, there's like one very tiny specific degree of either that can just be like, out of every single degree in an entire birth chart, there's one where it's like, I would rather stab my eyes out with a fork than deal with this energy. And this person was like that across the board. And they knew you didn't like it, and they probably tried to force you into it. And you are not one to be messed with. In fact, you saw it coming a mile away, and you treated them accordingly. And they got closer, and you said, oh, really? And this person, they respect you. It's like you're a better person than they think it's possible for them to be. And it's like you also beat them at their own game without you ever trying to play a game, because that's not something that you do. It's like you just see it a million miles away. You clock it, you hold it accountable. They either like show up correctly or you're out the door. And they're like, okay, well, we'll see about that. And you're like, yeah, no, we won't. Also, this person is really obsessed with you, is coming through. Like, they have probably an unhealthy obsession with you. There's a little bit of a hyperfixation, because they don't know where to put all that energy now. Now it's directed at you, and they're probably feeling a lot of limerence towards you right now. If you're having dreams about them, or you're feeling their energy a lot, they are dreaming about you, they're thinking about you. It's obsession. It's like extremely unhealthy, the level of obsession, but the obsession itself is sweet. They're not like, I want to get them. They're just like, wow, you're an angel. It's odd. But I'm not going to tell you, like, bolt your doors and windows and change your phone number, okay? But it's there. They're very grateful for you. Odd that this reading came up. Odd that my energy was receptive to this. Odd. This person's odd. This situation was probably odd. You were probably like, what? Where did this come from? I would presume here that spiritually for both of you, it was like, yeah, there are people like this out there. They didn't just make it up for the movies. Like, this person was probably a very stereotypical version of something. I don't know. Like, there's just a little bit of this, wow, people like that do exist on both sides. And you're probably like, yeah, that's not going to happen again. And they're probably like, oh my God, an angel. So they're very grateful for you. As weird as this reading was, all right? Mad respect to you, respectfully and with all the love in my heart. I cannot wait to get out of this energy. So I'm going to close this one out here. I'm going to cleanse and shuffle and all that stuff, my space and my energy and these cards and everything. And if you want to pick out another reading or another pile in this reading or a different reading on my channel, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, I'm going to cleanse the holy heavens out of my cards right now. And then we'll bring a different vibe to the other piles. So I hope this resonated with you. I mean, I kind of hope it doesn't resonate with you, but, you know, it's here because it's going to resonate with people, and you're going to find it because it's going to resonate with you. And so may this stay in the past as it deserves to be. You're amazing. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Sending you hugs, because I know this wasn't going to be something where, you know, maybe you didn't need one coming out of the situation. And I hope you have an amazing day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. Please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, this is the only reading that came out with a super low vibe like this, but it needed to be said. You're out here in the trenches. You're doing the brunt work, right? It's a thankless job. Someone's out here doing it, and it's you. So may your days of dealing with this be over, and may all the blessings in the world come give you all of the love that your heart can possibly manage, and maybe an inch or two more, okay? If you want to follow along, I've got more exclusive content on Patreon, and I've got another members channel here on YouTube as well. They're both different. I post on TikTok and on Instagram, so follow me there if you want to see what's going on in my life on Instagram, or just collective readings on TikTok. If you want to meditate with me, or you want a one-on-one with me, you want to shop on my spiritual store, those are all things that are in the description box. You can find all of that. I also have my P.O. box down there. I would love to be pen pals with some of you. Weird ask, I know, but I love snail mail. I feel like it's a lost art. So if you want to write me a letter, I would love that. I will write back to you because I think that would be super fun. Anyway, thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 2. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking at who's grateful for you and why, and you selected the second group with the Inner Earth card. I want to take this moment to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, like and drop a comment. It helps me to keep creating this content for you, so I would really appreciate that before we get into it. So you selected the Inner Earth card. It says you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Okay, so this is somebody, I'm being shown that maybe you've traveled to see them or they've traveled to see you. This is somebody where you have some sort of a very beautiful connection in some way. Who's grateful for you is somebody that is a really good friend of yours, or they consider you friends. This is someone where if they said, oh, do you know this person? You would say, oh, yes, that's my friend. If you speak about them, you would say, oh, yeah, my friend, blah, blah, blah. This is someone you consider your friend, perhaps among other things, but this is someone who's your friend for sure. You see each other very, very deeply. You get each other more than the other people in your life, or you get each other in ways that other people in your life don't get it. Okay? There might be something that's quirky about either of you, and quirky is relative, right? It might be your spirituality, it might be your sexuality, it might be your hobbies, right? There's just something here where you share a trait, or you share an understanding, or you share an interest that the rest of the world, that as far as you two are concerned, don't share. And they're really grateful for you because you helped them through tough times. I'm hearing like through the thick of it. You help them through tough times. You also help them to see things from a different angle, not because you were forceful or pressuring about it. I'm just getting that you see some things from maybe a higher perspective than they do. I'm getting that you give them room to, I'm hearing, make their own mistakes, make their own errors, and you love them unconditionally no matter what. It's definitely giving that best friend vibe. It's like, I love your rights, I love your wrongs. It's giving a little bit of that vibe of you give them advice, but you love them through their mistakes. You know, that vibe where maybe you're like, I see a bigger picture here, like, don't date them, they're going to hurt you, but they date them anyway and they're so excited. So you're happy for them and you support their choices and you support their relationship. And at the same time, you can kind of see it a mile away. So you're making sure that you're like, hey, just make sure that you're giving yourself some love in the process. Hey, just make sure that you're being true to your own values. You know, if that person's trying to get them to sway on things, like you're just, you're supportive of them. That's why they're grateful for you. And when things do inevitably maybe fall apart, you're there to pick up the pieces non-judgmentally with all the love. There's no like, I told you so. There's no judgment. There's no, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. It's just, it's pure maybe bestie-ship is what I'm getting. This might be someone that you've only known for a short period of time. It can be where your friendship maybe exists in this little bubble or in a particular place. It might be someone you've crossed paths with briefly. It could be someone that's your like best friend for years. It'll be different for all of you. For some of you, this is like actually a collective of your friends that's coming through, which is kind of an interesting energy here. Let's get into the tarot here. So, who's grateful for group number 2 and why? The Chariot. Yeah, this is someone who perhaps, I'm getting lives at a distance from you. It's not the traditional meaning of chariot, but it's coming through here with the inner earth and the chariot. This is someone where you understand each other's emotions very well. Like you understand senses. I'm getting sensory, like, for example, ESFP. Like it's giving Myers-Briggs a little bit. This could be someone you speak about, like maybe you share the same Myers-Briggs personality type or the same blood type. Maybe you have the same zodiac sign, or maybe like their sun sign is the same as your rising sign or something. I have a friend who is an Aquarius. I love Aquariuses. That's my rising sign. One thing about me, I'm always surrounded by Aquariuses. We don't text each other back. No, but the love there is so unconditional. So with the, it's kind of giving like, say, this person is an Aquarius, and you have an Aquarius rising, or you have like a stellium in Aquarius, or in the 11th house, or something like this. It's kind of giving, there's positive synastry here that would make sense that you guys relate to each other in a way that other people can't really, you know, see and appreciate you. Okay. At least in your respective worlds, because if we're on the online tarot community, there are going to be a lot of people here who like spirituality, but when you're in like your life, there might be no one else that you know except that one friend. It's giving that vibe. Okay. This is someone who you share with them a bigger perspective and then non-judgmental, unconditional love along the journey. You give them new solutions. You help them with new beginnings if they want or need it. You support their new beginnings, their endeavors. The big thing is you have good discernment and you love them non-judgmentally. This isn't someone who makes poor decisions, but this is someone where, you know, you're going to see your best friend. You're going to see your best friend enter a relationship or two that's wrong for them. You're going to see your best friend get mistreated at work, and you're going to hold your tongue and be nice to their boss when you meet them at that function anyway. Like, it's kind of giving this vibe. This is part of the reason why they're grateful for you. You're going to sometimes understand things that they don't. You're going to sometimes see things, clock things that they don't see. And you might, like, share it with them lovingly, non-judgmentally, unconditionally, but you're not going to force that perspective upon them. You might even share it with them in a way where when they look back, they'll go, oh, they were trying to say that to me, but they were trying to be really nice about it, right? There's a vibe here of someone where, let's say that you used to share a belief with them, and it's not like giving as subjective belief. For example, say that it's not giving like one of you is Hindu and the other one of you is Muslim. Like it's giving rather, maybe there's a belief in something that's a little bit more objective, okay? Perhaps. It might be a spiritual thing too, and you're like, oh, I used to believe that, and then I unlearned this, and then I relearned this. It could be like something that's conditioned in the spiritual community or conditioned in society. It could be something like, oh yeah, like I used to center men, and then I learned to respect myself more, and now I don't center men. It could be something like this, okay? Love everybody. Okay, that's not the point of this, but it's something like this, right? I'm getting there's a belief that you have you used to have that you outgrew because you learned better. Okay, and this person might still, at some point, would have been still wallowing in this belief maybe a little bit. And so you were able to meet them where they are because you're able to understand them because you genuinely walked that path. You also saw better and you offered them like a lighthouse. You offered them the light at the end of the tunnel if they want to leave the end of the tunnel. There's no judgment, there's no pressure, there's no, hey, this is wrong. It's just it's like they see it from hindsight that you were offering them a better solution. You were offering them a new beginning. You were offering them a way out, a way to survive it if they want it. You're someone who will empower your friends to do what's right by them. You will offer advice if advice is warranted and desired, and if it's not, you will hold their hand. I'm getting you hold their hand when they mess up. You'll even hold their hair when they're throwing up. Like, this is just unconditional love. There's a lot of this coming through in hindsight too. Like, they know that they love you when you're in front of their face. They're really, really grateful for you because you're a gem, you're a pearl, you're a diamond, you are sweet. I'm hearing squishy. I'm also hearing from Finding Nemo, where she's like, fishy, wake up, and she's like shaking the fish, like the dead fish in the bag. She's like, fishy, wake up. I don't know why I'm being shown that. It's like you might watch them and be like, oh, like, maybe that'll work. I believe in you. It might be dead though, but it's okay. And then they're like, oh my god, like, I just realized it, like a year later. Like, there's just this vibe like this where you're like, I love you, I support you unconditionally, and it's not giving like you think you know better than them. It's not giving that you are like anything other than just like a good friend, really, genuinely. This person loves you so much. They're so very grateful for you. For some of you, again, it's like your friend group. It's a collective of your friends that's coming through, so it might not be so clean cut. It might not be a friend group. It might be like a few friends that you have encountered over the years coming through. This is giving like platonic romantic, not romantic like actually romantic, but it's the kind of thing where like you go on a date with your best friend. It's like you treat each other so well platonically that it kind of really raises the stakes for people romantically in their life. It's giving something like this. It's someone who really, really you listen to them so well. You, maybe you send them postcards, you write them little letters, you maybe bring them flowers when you hang out for their birthday. Like, it's something like this. And so if you're giving them flowers and you're taking them out to nice dinners and you are loving them, and it's not romantic at all, like, obviously this is your friend, it's like you're listening to them, you are treating them how they should be treated, you're treating them really, really well, you're non-judgmental, you're literally their best friend. And some of you might be surprised with the energy that you're picking up on who this is. You might be like, really, I'm their best friend? They would consider you their best friend even if you haven't talked in a while, because you are the best friend they've had. Quality over quantity, and that might even be how they see your connection. We did have a lot of Aquarius vibe coming through that I was kind of picking up on. So it could be that you haven't talked to this person in a long time, or maybe you talk sporadically, or perhaps you just live different lives. Like, one of you could be a night person, the other one of you could be a day person, or something like this. You run in different circles, right? But confirmation there. This person is really grateful for you because you offer them love, and you have the kind of love that grows over time. You love and respect someone longer as they're in your life longer. You don't love bomb people, but you do make a good first impression, is what I'm getting. You're very intuitive. You're also very rational. You're very logical. You're very fair. I'm also getting, no one treats my friend like that. Not even my friend. Like, you're the kind of person who's like, if anyone's talking crap about you, if anyone's being mean to you, you let me know. I'll go pull up on them. And they're like, what if I'm being mean? And you're like, you're included in that. Like, get it together. There's like this sweetness to you. They're really grateful for you. And I'm also getting here that sometimes they want to reach out to you, they want to come to you when they're having a hard time, but I'm getting that they don't. Maybe they do in hindsight, or maybe they feel like there's a little bit of space between you two. Maybe they feel like they don't want to bring you too many of their problems, so maybe they pick and choose some of them and they don't tell you all of them. Okay, you might be surprised to find this. For others of you, there are some people, or this person, they want to talk to you more, they want to deepen your connection. Maybe you forgot to text them back once, like a year ago, and so you haven't heard from them in a year, and maybe to you, you're like, oh. And to them, maybe they're like, I don't want to bother them, I don't know, right? Which is like valid, right? They're just different people responding differently. We did have like Myers-Briggs come up, so different people will behave and respond and interpret and feel comfortable with entirely different things for entirely different reasons. And again, it's not an entirely perfect system. It's not fully accurate, okay? And also, yeah, it's like saying just like generalizations, which aren't exactly accurate. Everyone's an individual, and it might help to create maybe a blueprint that this person could potentially exist within. But there's a little bit of this vibe here of feeling like maybe they don't want me to walk through the door. Like they overthink your connection actually quite a bit, but they're really grateful for you. Like they wonder almost if what they did to deserve you in a positive way. They're really grateful for you. They like that you can continue to reach for, you can go as deep as you want, and you can also reach for the sky. This is someone who's like, I want to, I want to be world famous. And you'll be like, absolutely, sign me up. I'll start your fan club. Let's go. This could also be someone who's like sharing the depths of their souls with you, and you're there. Like you can meet them at the deepest depths. You can support them on their highest dreams. And they love that. I'm hearing that, what is that phrase? Non-partisan. Like you're not biased at all. You're not judgmental. You just are genuinely there with a smile and some love. This person, there's something coming through here. This person either knows that people don't really treat you well or haven't. Like this might be like your best friend might be a little bit biased. Say that you've dated a few people and they're like, why do people treat you weird? Like, you deserve so much better than that. Like, you deserve, insert, someone that could be idolized, right? You deserve your favorite movie actor, not like this scrub. Like, this is someone who, like, loves you like this. Like, they would gas you up like this. But, yeah, they're really grateful for you because they feel like, despite everything or in spite of everything, you're just sweet and you're beautiful and you're kind and you're loyal, and they're lucky to have a friend like you. And they also like question, they know that there's a future to this bestie-ship. Like they know that you guys are going to be tight forever. Some of you, again, if you haven't talked in a while, or if you go through little phases, on and off, like there's no question of the longevity of this friendship, which they love. They feel so secure in this friendship. They just don't always feel secure in themselves. And so they feel grateful for you because you give them the time and the space that they need. They feel grateful for you because you let them like grow and change. I'm also getting something about you've loved or will love or could love all of the versions of them that exist over time. You don't just fit people in a box and you're like, you were like this in high school, so this is the version of you that I love. Like you'll see them grow and change. You'll see them happy and sad. You'll see them transform. You'll see them glow up 5,000 different times. You'll see them a wreck after a toxic relationship, and you'll see them like at their most successful in life, and you love all of the different versions of them. The ones that are new, the ones that don't exist anymore. You're just there with love. And they love that. But there are sometimes little hiccups where, say that they did grow and change and transform. They might be like, well, I don't know how they're going to take to this new version of me. And you're just consistently there, like with love. And you're like, I love it because I'm getting here. You're intuitive and you don't make a show of it, which is how they know you're actually intuitive. And they're grateful for you because it shows them that there are people that are the real deal. Same thing with like maybe abundance or with forward movement or with being progressive. This can be something where perhaps this person has a generalization that they were raised to believe. It's not giving anything that's super negative, but maybe this is someone who's like, well, I've never been treated like so respectfully and honestly and equally by insert a demographic of people before. There's something like this. It can be, I've never met someone who claims to be spiritual or psychic who isn't like, oh, I know better than you. Who's not like, look at me, I'm psychic, right? And it doesn't need to be like those energies specifically. It's just, you are sweet and you're soft and you're genuine. You are always looking for new. You're very curious. You love to learn. You're very smart. And you're also very inspirational. You're very motivational. You will hold someone's hand when they cry, and you will celebrate them when they are having the best day of their life. You're a ride or die. You're a real one. 10 out of 10. And that's why they're grateful for you, because you're not the kind of person who's only there when it's easy or only there when it's good. You are there to pick up the pieces, and it's not because it's your job. It's because you want to be there. It's because you love them, and it's because you love them, not because, you feel like you want to people please. Seriously, you are just, I'm hearing you're a peach, I'm also hearing the song Peach by the Front Bottoms. You are the reason I'm smiling when there's nothing to smile about. You represent optimism. You represent new growth. You represent unconditional love, divine unconditional love to this person. And they're very grateful for you. They're eternally grateful for you. And again, circling back to the beginning, they feel like you see and understand parts of them that other people don't really get in their world. And so that's precious to them. They think that you're an earth angel. They might use that word to describe you, or that might be the way that they describe your energy in their life, in their spirituality, if they have spirituality. And they also appreciate that they've come to awareness several times throughout the course of you knowing each other that you are kind of clued in to things that they're not ready to accept, and you won't push it on them. You'll let them be where they are, and you meet them there with love. You hold a little lighthouse if they are open to seeing and following it, but you never tell them that it's there, and you never try to push them towards it. That's one thing they love too, is you meet them where they're at without changing yourself or asking that of them either. So they are really, really grateful for that. I'm getting that that's not something that you find every day, especially not for them. I'm getting that this person might be around a lot of people who want something from them, and you're not like that. You're probably very uncomfortable receiving from this person because of that. This is someone who wants to message you soon or wants to write you soon. I was getting like wants to write you soon, but in my mind I'm like, yeah, probably message, right? That would make more sense. But they want to write you soon. They might call, like if I'm texting someone, they might say like, oh, I'm writing to this person. Or they might like to write. They might write you a letter. In my intro, I was like, let's be pen pals. So maybe maybe you guys are pen pals. But with that said, hats off to you is coming through. They want to give you your flowers. Hats off to you. They appreciate you. Yeah, expect to hear from this person. I'm getting soon-ish. For some of you, next 5 minutes. Some of you, next 5 months. Again, this is like the manifestation of the individual that came here was a little bit less specific. For some of you, you're like, yes, this is the person. I know exactly who it is. But I was getting a vibe. Some of you haven't talked in a long time. Some of you, it's a collective of your friends over time who feel this way about you. And for some of you, it's a friend who's like actively in your life and like it's your bestie. So like you'll hear from them the next 5 minutes. Like you haven't heard from them in 5 minutes. Like where are they? Some of them, it's the person that you send all your TikToks to, right? So group number 2, this is who's grateful for you and why. You're beautiful and amazing. I can see it and feel it already. If you're interested in a personal, I've got those on sale right now for the holiday season. They're on my spiritual shop on Etsy at Spiritualistik. It's the only place you can book with me, especially if you find me on TikTok. There are a zillion scammers. That's why I have to pay for the stupid checkmark on Instagram, because I have so many scammers. So the only way you can book with me is on, because of TikTok, not because of YouTube. I'm not that conflated. But the only place that you can book with me is on my Etsy. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like and drop a comment. It would mean the world to me. It helps me keep creating content here on YouTube, which is something I really, really like to do. And maybe because I put a lot of focus on it, the universe is like, detach, girl. And I'm like, I'm trying. Please push the button. Anyway, relatable. I know. Anyway. Have an amazing day, week, month, year, incarnation. If you want to meditate with me, it's the first link. If you want to book with me or shop on my little store, it's in the description box too. TikTok, Instagram, Patreon. I've got a members channel here on YouTube also. All of those things you can find down there as well. I've got a little book club too. It's on my Patreon if you're interested. I think that's not in the description box yet, but it's just donation based. Right now we're reading The Power of Now. We meet once every 2 months so that no one's feeling pressured, or you can wait and procrastinate as much as you want, or you can take 2 months to read the book. We've got a little group chat, a little forum, and we meet every 2 months and we vote on new books. So it's really fun if you're interested. Just a nice way to cultivate community and share ideas with like-minded people and learn something new. Anyway, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Pick out another pile or another reading, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 3. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're looking at who's grateful for you and why. And you selected the third group with the activated Earth card. Group 3, this is someone who either you met at a significantly spiritually charged place, or you have a significant memory with them at a significantly charged place. We have power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. This is someone where let's say serendipity bumped you into each other, or when you're together, you really just go with the flow. This person that's coming through that's grateful for you is someone where perhaps you met them at Mount Shasta. Maybe together you went to Stonehenge. Maybe you ended up at a sacred site or ley lines. Maybe you visited crop circles together. There's this really magical energy here. And a part of this gratitude comes from the activation that you two shared. There is some sort of mutual learning that occurs here. There is an energy of learning to do something, following dreams, and perhaps something going global or international. This is somebody who is grateful for you. They think that you are very, very kind. They think that you're angelic. They think that you trust where you're led. They're grateful for you because they think that you are really sweet, really kind, but you're not a pushover. You're very empowered. You're very empowering as well. They think that you are a great person to know. Like, they're very, very grateful for you. They're just grateful to know you. They're grateful to have crossed paths with you in any way, shape, or form. This person sees you as a true friend. I'm hearing that old Hannah Montana song, "You're a true friend," which is kind of funny, but it's cute. You pull me aside when something ain't right. Yeah, they love your unconditional love. They have a lot of fun with you. I'm getting some of their favorite memories in this world involve you. You also have a very healing presence. You've helped to heal them, or you've helped them break ancestral patterns simply by crossing their path. It feels as though your energy itself is a little bit of a lighthouse for them. It's the kind of thing where maybe you embody traits of this person that they that resonate with them. You know, when you meet someone super cool and they do a lot of the things that you always wanted to do, or they remind you of a version of you that hasn't blossomed yet, right? And you're not trying to be them, right? You don't want their energy, but it kind of inspires you to, like, maybe you have someone who's interested in something that you're interested in, right? It's kind of a vibe like this. I'm getting that most likely that aspect is mutual, so you'll know what's going on here and you're not going to feel weird about it, okay? This is somebody who has similar interests to you. They're really grateful for you as well because you remind them that no matter where you are in the world, I'm getting there's something or someone to hold them down, okay? And also for all situations where this could possibly be applicable, they think that you are, I want to say beautiful, but what I'm actually channeling is like smoking hot, so they think you're beautiful. This is somebody who, they're grateful for you. They think that you're really, really smart. They think that even if they don't understand the moves that you're making in the present moment, it always makes the most sense. It's giving that you always follow your intuition, or you're always on your highest timeline, or you're always making the most practical step. However, in order to, for example, make the smartest move or the most abundant move, for example, the highest vibrational move, sometimes it will have you saying no when you want to say yes, and yes where you want to say no. And it's not about ignoring your emotions or your inner compass. It's about understanding, sometimes following your intuition will lead certain things away from us or lead us away from certain things so that we can experience a bigger, more beautiful yes, or so that we can be a different version of us when we get to say yes, right? So there's something like this that's coming through. I also see this message here with the Seven of Swords, but with all the cards around it, it's very beautiful. There's a vibe of, after a long time, they're understanding you more and more. They're really grateful for you because in a way, you help them understand themselves better. You also help them understand, like, themselves through your eyes as time goes on too. They also have a little bit of this vibe of like, well, me, I don't care what people think. But they low-key do. They care a lot what you think. You seem to be very free-spirited, very, like, team-oriented. You're the kind of vibe where you're like, even if I don't want you to eat at my table, I still want you to eat. You're the kind of person who's like, my house is your house. You're the kind of person who is like, look, I don't care if we are, I don't care if we're friends. I don't care if we're enemies. I don't care if we're lovers. I don't care, I don't care who you are. I want you to know that I'll always be there for you. That I love you, right? No matter how it manifests. And this is part of the reason why they're grateful for you. It has a lot to do with your unconditional love, your caring, your nurturing. Again, I think that's where this vibe of no matter what happens, no matter where they go, maybe no matter what planet you're on or what lifetime you're in, you're always there to hold them down. And there's a little bit of a vibe where they feel like they're not, or they haven't provided that for you in the way that made sense or in the way that would have made you feel comfortable or like you were supported. And it's something that, again, they're realizing and unfolding more and more for themselves over time. You activated them a lot spiritually. This is definitely someone where you have some sort of a telepathic connection with or a spiritual connection with. This is definitely, look at all of these cards that want to come out for you. This is definitely the vibe where you would have hung out with groups of friends. Like maybe you've met a friend or two or five of theirs, and maybe they've met a friend or two or five of yours, or probably one way and not the other. This is someone where maybe you traveled together, or when you, like, this is someone you would travel to see hypothetically. This is someone where you would have had good times together with the Three of Cups. Maybe like you meet each other's friends or family. Perhaps you go out and you have like a beer together, or you party or have fun. Fun can be a lot of different things, right? You can be up in the studio making music. You can be walking around town laughing your butts off, right? But there's a vibe of like lighthearted fun, playing, frolicking energy together. It's like you're the first person, I'm also getting, and the last person that they've experienced like true unconditional happiness, unconditional joy, unconditional love around. And it seems as though they're I'm getting their glimpse of you. I'm hearing the song The Wonder of You. That's the wonder of you. This one. It seems as though, yeah, that glimpse that they had of you, they had the wonder of you, is something that was like going to be enough to awaken them for an entire lifetime. It's like you gave them an entire sweater and all they have to do is tug on a string and the entire thing will come unraveled in a good way, where every stitch they unravel is like an entire spiritual awakening. And it's something that's so curious, something that's so enticing that they continue to want to dive into it. It's like right up their alley. But again, there's this vibe of wanting to consistently try to recreate or go back to that glimpse they had of you, that glimpse of that fun, of that beauty, of that moment, and they feel like they didn't play their part in a particular way. Now they're grateful for you because they really feel like you are teamwork oriented. You seem to be very independent, and they have a hunch, maybe they haven't asked you or you haven't told them, but they have a bit of a hunch that because you're so independent, you want to make sure that everybody else has the love and support that they need. And so as much as they wish that it's personal to them, they're not 100% sure or 100% convinced. Maybe they just know that you're out there being a humanitarian. Maybe they know that you have a lot of people that you would bend over backwards for. But they know that you're not a pushover. They know you're not a people pleaser. And this is something that they've learned over time as well. They feel grateful, especially, again, from hindsight, because this person understands that you maybe let them in, or you let them see, or you let them experience aspects of you or sides of you that everybody else does not get to see. So this could be something like your first love. This could be something like your deepest spiritual connection with somebody. This could be something like someone where you met each other during one of the most like catalytic times of your life. So there's something here about them seeing that you stand on business. I'm getting you're a real one. It's important for them to have me tell you they think you're a real one, like specifically. I don't know why. It's coming through. They also are grateful for you because I'm getting you can pack your things and go when you're not wanted, when you're not needed, or maybe you have like the freedom to do this in your life. They're grateful for you because you know who you are, you know what you want, and you won't settle for less. But at the same time, even if you want certain things, if they're not serving you, you can still walk away from them, knowing that there's something better for you, which they look up to a lot as well. You inspired them a lot creatively. If this person's an artist in any way, shape, or form, even in ways that they're like, oh, that, I don't really do that, just a little bit sometimes, haha, they have made art about you, or towards you, or something like this. They're grateful for you because you encourage them to just continue to move forward, put one foot in front of the other. You can reach your goals, you can reach your dreams. You remind them that the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. You remind them to be positive, to be optimistic, and it's just your vibe. Like, you might not even be in contact with this person anymore. Like, this could have been someone that you knew a million years ago, but there's something so serendipitous, so spiritual. I'm hearing, she was a fairy. Ooh, she was a fairy. But there's definitely a vibe of the 144. Oh, look, 144. There's definitely a spiritual connection here that continues to unravel over time, regardless of whether or not you guys are in each other's lives. You are spiritually activating for this person, and you show them that there's something bigger than themselves. I'm also hearing another Hannah Montana song. What in the world? We all want to believe in love. We all want to believe in something bigger than just us. Bigger than us. That's so funny. That Hannah Montana's coming out. I don't know why. So this could be someone that you knew when you were little. This could be someone where I don't know why Hannah Montana would come out, but that would be for you to know. There's definitely this, perhaps you only take this if it resonates, don't make it fit, but you might have been this person's starseed awakening, or could be vice versa as well. But I think maybe you were a significant awakening to this person's maybe past lives, to their soul. You helped them with a remembering of something. You definitely activated them. You helped them empower themselves in some way, shape, or form. Again, don't fit stuff like that if it doesn't align with your beliefs or if it doesn't resonate. It's just coming through. Something about this really big, sparkly blue, like, beam of light that is, like, looking like it's abducting something out of this Stonehenge-looking situation here that's, like, making me think. Something like this. I'm definitely getting shared spiritual experiences here. It's like you understand them because maybe you've had experiences that they've had that literally no one else that they know has had. Maybe you guys have had weird spiritual experiences together to the point where, I don't know, if you've ever had a shared spiritual experience with someone and it's kind of wacky, it's really cool and awesome, but then you're like, did we just hallucinate together? Like, it doesn't need to be something like that. And I'm not getting that this is something where you're maybe messing around and doing things that debatably one shouldn't be doing, and then, like, you have crazy experiences like that. It's not giving altered states of consciousness in a self-induced kind of way, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, but it's definitely giving more, say that you are during a portal and a particular, like, a portal date and a particular transit, you two meet under the full moon eclipse at Uluru, or however you say it, right? And then there's just, like, this beam of light that you see, and, like, you're like, whoa, what the heck, right? It's giving something like this, and then you both, like, have crazy dreams of the same exact thing that night, and you wake up and you talk about it. Like, it's giving something like this. It's really juicy, whatever this is. There's a really juicy spiritual experience here, and this person's so grateful for you. And I'm also getting something about, after all this time, do they acknowledge it as true? Or looking back at it, do they remember that this happened? Or did it mean anything to them, or something like this? And this person is more grateful for you than everybody else, except for my mama. I'm also hearing, on my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. This person might be kind of a goofball. They might also really like music. Okay. But they're very, very grateful for you. They feel like, I'm getting, apart from their mama, okay, you are the person that they're the most grateful for in this life. And they wish that they could make that known to you more. There's something here about them feeling like, every time they try to do good by you, they accidentally doing wrong by you, so they try to just stay away. But I'm not getting that you would care. It's like you see, I mean, you care if you're treated well, of course, but it feels as though you see through all of it. You see behind all of it because you know the soul behind the eyes. You're also not hanging out waiting for people to mistreat you, and, you know, time and time again. Again, you know when to pack it up and leave, even if it's something that you want, but it's not showing up in the right way. This person's really, really grateful for you because they feel like they just feel better knowing that you're on the planet. I'm hearing something that a soul friend of mine said to me one time, and it was kind of like our little thing for a while, and it was, I'm just glad that we're on the same planet this time. We live across the world from each other. We don't really talk these days, but the love, it's still there. It's so unconditional. And It's kind of like a little inside joke. Maybe it's kooky. It's okay if it is. But yeah, just a little bit of this. I'm just so glad that we're on the same planet at the same time kind of vibe. This person's really grateful for you. They're glad that you're just alive. They don't really care they do care. They care about you very, very, very much. But they don't really care if this is a baby step or a leap of faith. They don't really care if this is the epitome of their existence, or like we've got the sun and the moon here showing up with the temperance. This person's really patient. They're like, I'll see you again. I'll see you again. And you will give me more stuff to be grateful for, and I will be even more grateful for you, and I will give you stuff to be grateful for this time too. I'm also getting that they're curious if you still have, like they feel, this is interesting. They are curious if you still have something that they gave you. They feel like they have a feeling that you do, but maybe they don't remember giving you something. Like say that they gave you 2 or 3 things and they know that one of them you don't have anymore. Maybe they forgot about the other one or the other 2. And they're like, wait, do you have something of mine? Like there's something like this. Alternatively, they might be, if you gave them something, they like, I'm being shown like them putting it on a necklace and wearing it around their neck and like giving no context to any of the people in their life. There's a very, very like compartmentalized energy between your life and their life for some reason. Like there's a big brick wall in between, but spiritually it's like you're hanging out all the time. It's one of these vibes. And so they're really grateful for you. It's like you are in some way, shape, or form, maybe energetically or spiritually, it's like they've always got a little tiny you like on their shoulder or in their pocket. Like you guys have a very strong telepathic connection, or maybe it's vice versa. You could probably literally have a dialogue right now that both of your 3Ds would pick up on and talk back to each other with. And there might be a question about it, like, but I mean, if you're wondering, like, is that really like them? Like, are they aware that this is happening right now? And the answer is yes. And it's the same for them. And so that wanted to be confirmed as well. You are very healing for them. Just the fact that you exist is healing for their soul. The fact that you are who you are and do what you do is a reminder to them that with love, effort, and a little dedication, you can manifest anything that you want. You can be whoever you want to be in this world. You can do whatever you want. And also, this the unconditional love that you have for them, but also outside of them, because it transcends time and space and lifetimes. There is this, it's almost like this shadow here, but not a negative shadow. It's like we've got the sun and then we've got the moon. This is the moon that's talking, the moon with the 7 of Swords. Okay. It's that underneath it all. I'm hearing that song by, is it Gwen Stefani? Or maybe No Doubt, her band. It's You're Really Lovely Underneath It All. It's like underneath everything, underneath all of the mess of life, the nuance, the patience, the timing, the words that were imperfect, the actions, the time, the place, like underneath everything, the weirdness, the judgment or lack thereof, the love or lack thereof, the right action or lack thereof, doesn't matter. Like underneath it all, there's just a divine, spiritual, unconditional love. And they're really grateful for that because they know it's always there, and they hold the same thing for you as well. And so the fact that their heart is able to be like, the fact that their heart is able to not just hold this vibration, but also know where else in the world they can find a place where they can maybe run an internal dialogue or narrative about their spiritual journey, the ups, the downs, the crazy stuff that maybe we don't talk about with their friends and family that's immediate to us, right? They can share it with you without ever opening their mouth, without ever picking up their phone, without ever that energy in their heart, it exists in your heart. That spiritual connection, it exists in your spirit. That the parts of them that feel unseen, it's alive in you, alive and visible in you, and probably a little bit vice versa too. And so they're grateful for you. They do have an intention here to move along. I'm hearing that All-American Rejects song, a lot of music in this pile. A lot of throwback songs in this pile, actually. Maybe like 90s, 2000s music could have a significance in this this connection in some way. But there's something about 1994. I'm seeing 94 in the cards, and I'm also hearing it's 1991 and I refuse to come back. What song is that? I think it's Check the Rhyme. Do. I could be wrong, but it's definitely Tribe Called Quest. Anyway, this person is really grateful for you. This is who, and this is why. So, group number 3, I hope this helps shed some love, light, and clarity for you. You're probably not expecting to hear this one, but low-key you already knew. So it's okay, I see it, I'll read it. This was a beautiful one. If you're interested in a personal, I have them discounted right now for the holiday season, so you can find them on my spiritual shop on Etsy. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. Like and drop a comment. I love you so very much. And I post on TikTok and Instagram if you want to follow along over there. I've got a Patreon page where I post exclusive content. I also post exclusive content on my members only channel here on YouTube. Both of those are different. If you'd like to meditate with me, it's the first link in the description box. If you want to write me a letter, we can be pen pals. My PO box is in the description box as well. I've got a little donation link too if you're interested in that. And again, if you'd like to shop, I've got decks, books, journals, crystals, candles on my spiritual shop, and personals as well. So with that being said, have an amazing day, week, month, year, incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Feel free to check out another pile or another reading, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.